welcome to the stream.
Is yours on there yet?
Yep, shows you starting soon.
Okay, yours is still showing offline, just making sure.
Hello, TPIR. Looks like we're going to be working a little bit on dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Looks like I'm going to be working on the main grandstand, finishing up some mapping and painting of the texture. And there's a link for the multi-twitch if you want to watch J-Rock work on some of the texturing in the track itself.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit slow here. Just making sure that both feeds are working all right on the Twitch, the multi-Twitch. Okay, we both got the same version of the track, so we're both working simultaneously on the same track. Obviously, different things. James, like I think you had pointed out, you're gonna focus on doing the main grand.
Thank you very much for the follow, Champagne. And thank you very much for the follow, TPIR.
Sorry, James, there. I got a little hung up there. Alright, where are we at here? Top view, sandbox. Okay, you had laid out some textures here, I guess, as a placeholder, so we didn't have to look at that ugly looking white.
Right, yeah.
So here we are. If you might have already said that, so if I'm stepping on you, I apologize. But this is a scratch built version of the dirt track Charlotte. As you can see, we have a section of the full track, the big track out in the distance there, as well as a couple other items. Over here, we need to work on that area yet. That opening right there happens to be the entrance to the pit road. Will eventually go in this direction all the way around outside of turns 3 and 4. And there's the exit. This main grandstand here is what James is currently working on. coming along nicely. Sounds like TPR is mentioning he's got some echo. Let's see if I can fix that. Okay, let's see if that fixes anything there. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's both of us having the mic open, Dave. I'm not positive. Let's see if that fixes it.
All right.
Okay, where was I? I'm gonna try reapplying these textures here. Obviously, like I said, these were just somewhat crudely placed, I guess, just to get something down there as a placeholder. Go into these F sections here and see what we can adjust.
Just a heads up, looks like your stream's about 10 seconds behind, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. I noticed that was when I did the testing, whatever, like that's what it was doing. That awkward long pause, so hopefully it doesn't go too far behind.
Yeah, forgive us guys, we're kind of new at this too. This is our first multi-stream, so
Yeah, bear with us on it. We're kind of learning this as we go. This multi-twitch especially is a little bit new. Okay. Yeah, this dirt texture here, I think this is the one we talked about earlier, James, with the red dirt road. Is that the new? That was one that wasn't currently in there. Is that right?
correct, yes.
I'm going to try and put this other clay. Just for some out there, I'm not sure, may not know. Right now I'm in what's considered an F section. And that's basically what this light brown area is right now. I got this on this red dirt road. And these are the properties, I guess, as far as how it appears, I guess, as far as in the track goes. I'm in the base texture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this texture. One that's currently not used, which is this clay. You can see it changes in view, but it doesn't look quite right. So what I'm going to do is change the properties, how it's skewed. That looks. Okay, that don't look quite right. Let's see how he's got the apron there. Okay, that's using the clay one. I got you. Let's check that. Now you can see the differences between the two different textures. This one on the bottom here is that red dirt. This is the new clay texture that did. This is a different one. It's got the dark on this edge as opposed to being on this edge.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying there.
So, I really like the color. I know we talked about this in the earlier feed today. I like the color of the red dirt, this one right here, as opposed to that. So if I can apply this to this one I just put, that would be awesome.
Yeah, and that side by side there, where you've got one segment, the darker color, it actually kind of looks like the one that I added. Kind of looks more like dry dirt.
Right. Looking at some of the, the actual pictures. In fact, I can bring those up. And we were looking at that earlier. And this is some references that we go by. Got some actual pictures of track. That one might be a little. That's the picture that I have up right now, James. Well, might be a little delayed. This is the one I was talking about earlier, as far as the front-on view of that main grandstand.
Oh, okay. Can you zoom in on that a little bit?
Yeah. Want to look at anything in particular?
No, I was just curious if it was exactly the same as the one I've got.
You have one of these?
That one where the car's coming off turn 4.
Right. Yeah, that one I don't think I have. But like I said, I was showing you this. I was telling you about this one earlier. It's got that front-on view of the stands, the logo and all that good stuff on the press box. If at any time, anyone who's watching out there, I know we got TPIR out there. If you have any questions or want to see something specific, just feel free to chime in. Is that all you needed to see off that picture, James?
Yeah.
Alright, I was looking for... Here's another one I just got. Now see, this is what I was talking about, how it's got that really dark on the bottom there. That's almost the same as what you got already. But that lighter texture that has the dark up against the wall.
Yeah. Oh wow, you can really see those drag strip grandstands there.
Right, and that's one of the reasons he had given me that one. Obviously, we don't have anything out there just yet. That would be this area that I'm pointing at. Yeah, I'm thinking if I can adjust that, either that red dirt that's lighter, and or the one I just applied, I think that would give us a nice representation of what's actually on the track.
Did I show you this other photo here?
Which one's that?
Just the amount of vehicles and people around the racetrack.
Well, I know you had showed that Street View in Google Earth. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. Just the stuff that's out there. I mean, oh yeah, that's another nice. That'd be a nice track shot for track selection screen. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, that's good. I don't think I had one like that.
Really, it's all from the official website.
Right. Well, a lot of these I got these a lot of these from Matt, the one who's commissioned me, I guess, to do this build.
Commissioned us at this point.
No kidding. I've got this one here. It's kind of from the main grandstands, from the end of the main grandstand. We'll see it in a second. Yeah, there we go. It's kind of warped like in the center because I think they kind of did that fisheye type of deal.
Yeah, that's cool.
We initially thought about using something like that as a track shot, but there's really no one in the stands. There's nothing going on in the track as far as race action. So, but you can also see the drag strip in the outfield there in turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, we were talking about the trees on the backstretch earlier. And I was trying to describe the zigzag line of how to create that look. The other object that uses that same method would be long objects of people on the infield.
Okay. That's not really a zigzag though, right? Or are you just talking about being staggered?
Give me a second, I'll show you here in Photoshop.
Right there. Take this clay.
So kind of like that. I mean, that's...
Oh, okay, you just drew it out. Yeah, I think I've seen it. I've seen that like at Bristol and that too, yeah.
It gives the illusion of people moving behind other objects, but it's a super simple way of getting it done.
Oh. Gotcha. I've got that texture, that clay there. I'm gonna try editing this here. Do limit 2, change it to a bitmap. Okay, made that as a bitmap. Open that up and I'm gonna try Paint Shop. Paint Shop sounds good. Well, that's one thing I didn't tell you too, James. I ended up renaming the track. That was one of the other things I did. I've done it as DTA_Charlotte to get that out of the way.
Okay, yeah.
That's eventually what it's going to get named, as opposed to Lowe's.
And that explains why I keep calling it Lowe's.
Right? Okay, here's our texture. Now I need to open up that red dirt. Red dirt road. try and put a different color, or do a color layer on this thing as adjustment layer, see what happens. I'm gonna match that red dirt. Let's get a better idea. So many different colors in this thing.
Seems like Twitch chat has been working more today than it has been in the last couple days. A lot of the big name streamers were having issues.
Well, they had some type of a, someone had chimed in with me yesterday about, because I couldn't get on it at all yesterday for a while, and I guess they had some type of an expo for gamers. I guess it's, I can't remember what it was called, something about Penny Arcade Expo or something.
Yeah, one of the PAX East or PAX South or something. I don't remember what it was, but
Right, and I think they were just blowing up the Twitch feeds. Kind of broke it there for a while.
I think this is really cool.
What's that?
Just being able to live stream and interact with people, and I don't know, it's interesting.
Yeah. Well, and like we talked about earlier, being able to give some insight, I guess, to people that may or may not know, might have some idea of what to do, but not exactly. You know, this is, and we're learning as we go too. As I'm trying to adjust this texture, I guess, to this other texture, for instance. I'm kind of on the fly myself, you know, just. We're no different, we're still human, I suppose. But I'm almost thinking I'm gonna try something totally different here. I'm gonna try and add that darkness to the red dirt. Save it as clay, I think that might work.
Glancing over at the multi-Twitch, it's kind of surprising how little you actually are working on the actual racetrack and sandbox.
For me?
Just in general.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like small potatoes, yeah. Right now, but it'll progress.
I think it gets ingrained in your subconscious that you don't want to open that program because it's so buggy and you're going to get a headache.
Well, not only that, it's wraps your mind around it. It's just, you know, you get so involved with this, like, no, I want to get this done. But it's what's the word I'm looking for? It just takes you over. It's like you just want to keep going with it.
Intoxicating, I think, is the best word.
That's probably a good word, yes. Intoxicating.
Because you sit there and stare at the pixels and the polygons and the vertices and all that kind of stuff, and then you put it in the track and you're like, wow, that is amazing.
Oh, what else can I do?
Yeah, unfortunately, for me, it's like, well, I made that look so good, now I gotta make the rest of it look great.
Right. I think that's been our problem of getting some better vehicles. We're doing the safety. We haven't touched on that, obviously, but to get those in there and not have the game crash, I mean, that's quite obvious limitation, I guess, of the sim. It's you can only put so much detail into one particular item. That's not quite what I was looking for. Try that again. Boost up the feather. Oh, there we go. What do you think of that, James?
Do you have the original? Oh yeah, that looks nice right there.
See, all I did was I put an adjustment layer on top of the original red dirt, and then did a feather so that when I cut out that selection there, it created that gradient on the edge.
It looks like the inside or the right there is a little bit bigger than the original, or the other texture that you have on the left side. Is that meant to be?
Nope, not exactly. Now that you mention that, I'm going to fix it. A little better. Try a little more. That looks pretty close. I'm satisfied. What about you?
Yeah, it looks good.
Alright, I'm gonna try this one. I'm gonna button this one up.
TPIR said, did we take classes in high school or college? As far as me, this is all self-taught. I've been working on this stuff since 2001, and it's just been learning every single thing that I've done. I mean, you can see it in all of my projects over the years. They've gotten better and better, each one of them.
Yeah, you must be in your chat. I don't see it in my end, but same goes
Yes.
here. I guess it's all self-taught. I mean, I think it's just been through experiences like we're doing right now, interacting. I guess through back in the day, I guess it would be like through emails and such. But now with the evolution of having Facebook, these Twitch live feeds, you're able to interact, I guess, a lot more fluidly. You know, it's like it's kind of like networking on steroids.
One of the chatters in earlier stream that we did was asking how I got so good in 3ds Max, and I kind of laughed because it's like, well, I'm not really that good. It's if you start watching other people do 3D modeling, I'm a complete noob.
Right. You know, and that's the thing. It's like, you know, I don't even think some of those better, you know, the ones that you watch, I guess that consider to be quote unquote professional, even think that they're that good. You know, it's like everybody, you learn something, I guess, as you go along. It's like there's always something new. It's like a never-ending thing. It's like you just when you think you've learned it all, you really didn't. All right, I got my new texture here, so I'm gonna create a MIP for that. Apply it to the track.
In shock? How do you mean?
In shock, you said?
Yeah, he said he's just in shock right now.
I give them some insight too, as far as like actually how much goes into a lot of these track builds, especially scratch build. A lot of this stuff you do end up having to create it, I guess, to conform, I guess, to the track that you're building. Not sure why it is, but I cannot see what he's chatting to you on your thing. I don't know if that's a privacy thing or what. That's good. He's asking you.
It's available on the multi-twitch on the top. You can click on which chat room you want to be in.
Right, and I see the two tabs, but when I go into yours, I don't see anything. Tried refreshing, but it didn't do nothing.
That's interesting.
It is interesting, so that might be a flaw of some sort. Maybe it was just the fact that I put on your Twitch, I guess I put yours first. I could have put it either way, to be honest.
Just curious, say something in your chat room. I want to see if it shows up on mine.
Yeah, let's test that. Okay. Did it show up in yours?
Not yet, no.
Yeah, I think they might be somewhat privatized on that, I think. I'm not sure. Why would they put the tab there? I'm not sure. Oh. Back to my texture here. No, it did change the, I don't know if I'm quite satisfied with that. It changed the pixel size, I guess, of the actual sand. Different orientation. Have to work on that. One thing I noticed that the clay texture, whatever's got a map of 3, whereas the red dirt has a 1. Okay. Alright. I was open the wrong one. Play 2. Yeah.
Speaking of learning new things, every time you do something, I just noticed that when you're in UV Editor, when you select the vertices in the editor, window, it also highlights them in the main perspective window.
Oh, really? I wonder. Now, I guess I'm always privy, to do selecting the faces or the vertices in the perspective viewport. Yeah, that's interesting to know. I'll have to check that out.
That would have been nice to know.
Well, to be honest, I thought that's the way you were doing it earlier. Just selecting them in the UVW map window.
Yes, but also highlights the verts that you just selected in the main perspective window viewport.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it's good to know.
Okay, good luck on your race, TPIR.
Oh, he's got a race?
Yeah, he said he's going to leave the window open and check back later.
Roger that. That's weird, I can't see. He did post in my chat, but I can't see anything that he's posting to you. I'm going to try changing this. I know that's going to jack it up, and I think in the, I'll fix it. Alright, now we're getting closer. Okay, but for some reason, I've got... I wonder why it's doing that. See what that's doing right there?
Yeah, looks like it added a border to the edge, to the wrong edge there.
Yeah, and it's not even on the texture itself. Open that back up. So here's the MIP. Oh, I think I know what it's doing. It's very on this, like this edge here, the top or the bottom. Looks like it's on the top edge here. I can see just a little bit.
Yeah.
So I just gotta get that out of there. That's easy enough. Yeah, let's see it. Let's see what that does. One thing I do like is the reload MIPS. textures. Saying about it.
I don't think I've ever used it.
It's still got a little bit there. A little better. Fixing some more.
Welcome back, Critical.
Oh, Critical came back?
Yep.
Good deal. Yeah, that didn't turn out right either. This is kind of annoying.
Still not lining up.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see in the feed there what it's doing.
That's strange.
It's just that one top in there I keep editing there. That's obviously where it is. But I don't know if I'm taking too much out because I removed the feather. I think that's what it's doing. It's just cutting it right off. So that's making it look bad like that. Try something else here. Critical, just so you know, I know you just, I just heard you chimed in, James had mentioned, if you're on the multi-twitch, there's two tabs, I guess, for the chat. I guess in order for either one of us to see whatever it is you want to say, you gotta go to that particular tab. That's if you care to.
I think it's probably easier just to read out what they're saying or try to bring the other person into the conversation. I did link him to that multi-twitch so he can view both if he wants to.
Right. That's good. think it's a big problem, I guess, with having that as the 1 as opposed to the 3. Not sure how.
All right, Critical. I'll let him know. Sorry about the internet. Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
It says to make sure you change your title to game development or listed under a game.
You mean on our end, you mean?
Yeah, on your page where it says playing in the sandbox, you need to say playing. I usually put game development, but it shows up in the Twitch feed list.
Oh, yeah, I got you now.
All right, Critical. Thanks for stopping by.
The multi-Twitch there doesn't even show that title. I wasn't sure if he's actually looking at the individual ones or the multi-Twitch, because in the multi-Twitch it doesn't even show that title. Does it on your end?
No, he said his internet was not able to handle it, but he said that your stream was not showing up in any of the Twitch lists. So
Because I had posted that link to the SPP one earlier, but you said that wasn't loading, or the multi-Twitch?
no. Because when you search for like game development, you can follow genres. So you want your Twitch or your feed to show up in those lists, you have to change it to whatever you want it to be in.
By the title? I guess maybe that's where I'm a little dumbfounded there. What do I need to change that?
Yeah, see, mine says NASCAR 2003 mods and more, Racer James 76 playing game development.
Okay, I'm gonna just look at it right now.
Make sure you don't show your control panel on your feed.
Oh yeah, no, I don't plan to. Is that just under the edit there, James?
Yeah, edit title. You start typing game development and then it will pop up in the list.
So where it says playing, is that what you put?
Yeah, just start typing game development and then it'll pop up like a hashtag.
Ah, good to know. Did you just put yours under game development? Because I see what you're saying as far as how it populates the choices.
Yeah, I think it's the most fitting. There's mod categories, but there's nothing for this, so...
Okay, I'll go with game development. Did you put Enter 2003 or anything in that?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna change my title. Simple enough.
Oh, good grief. This texture is so big that it's downloading like 56K.
Oh, you textures?
Yeah, I haven't seen that in so long. I was like, why is there a scroll bar if the texture is only half the page?
There we go. Change my title. Learn something. What texture were you downloading anyway?
Some corrugated metal siding.
Nice. Okay, now to get back to what I was doing and fix this texture. Don't map where I want it. Plan in a little bit more, but I'm gonna try and apply this all the way through. I think it'll work, it's just yeah, I can really see some anomalies there. I'll work on it. I'll apply the rest of this and I'll fix the texture.
I can see their TPIR on JRock's chat. I can see his chat as well. So
Oh, you can see mine now?
yeah, I just went ahead and opened 2 windows. It's a little less efficient, but
Oh, okay. I know I'm typing in there, I'm just making sure you can hear me alright. Is the echo in that okay out there? Oh, you going to race somewhere? You racing a league somewhere there, TP? IR? Lee, is that Brenner 2003? Oh yeah, Smith Stand track. Yeah, that's fine. So it is for Inter 2003. That's all I was asking. Yeah, those short tracks that you got out there, I've tried plenty of those myself, like Lanier. That's a nice track. Don't Not quite sure if I tried just Lee USA or not. I can't remember. Got a lot of nice tracks still. I don't discount any of those other tracks that are out there. I mean, that's I think that's what's nice when you have a lot of different places to go, I guess, to get tracks that fashion. There's only so many of us, so somebody's got to do them. It's like you can't put the weight on one single person's shoulders. Right. Thank you for that. Let me know about the delay. Sometimes lose sight of that. Okay. Texture. I know this is not going to turn out right. This, I have to adjust this F section, but let's see. Okay. I know you get used to using that copy forward feature, as far as like going from one segment to the next there, James.
Yeah, guilty.
Yeah, I've got myself into trouble doing that because there's sometimes some sections you didn't mean to put. See, like right now we've got it as a grass property, racing surface. Sometimes it needs to be apron. Yeah, so we're privy to go segment by segment and apply it individually. Yeah, that's another option. I'm really gonna have to just edit that texture a little bit more, but
Well, we appreciate you hanging out with us, Critical.
the off to the races.
Said he drove 26 miles to school just to find out class was canceled.
Wow. That would stink. Well, hopefully you come back. There'll be some more of this stuff. Hope you found it useful. Yeah, it's as I apply this texture, I guess, to the bigger segments, that that little anomaly that's on the edge of that texture becomes more profound.
Yeah, Critical probably, I'd say maybe 9 o'clock, 9:30, maybe 10 at the latest Eastern. It's almost 8 Eastern now.
My flash just crashed on my feed.
Yeah, it's been doing that for me a lot lately.
Bad thing is when you go to reload the page after when a car crashes, you lose all the chat.
Yep. I believe it's logged in your dashboard, the chat is.
Is it?
I think so. Critical, we don't have any schedule right now. It's something that we'll work on in the near future. You can follow me on Twitter. I'll post that page here, or that link here in just a second.
Yeah, I also have a Facebook fan page. I'll be posting on there, I guess, whenever I'll be feeding, either with or without James. Post that link.
Again, forgive us. We'll get organized eventually.
Yeah, this is a little new. I think it'll work once we get the bugs worked out.
Oh, you found me on Twitter? Is that it, or J-Rock's link?
Talking to me, I'm sorry.
Sorry, TPIR posted. That's how I found out this was going to happen.
Yeah, I posted on the SPP fan page. Facebook.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he said on Facebook.
Okay, I posted on my channel, Twitch channel, whatever, the link to the SPP fan page. If you care to like it, if you have already, then you should be able to get notifications of any future feeds.
Critical, I'll send that to you in a private message.
Did you not see it?
He's on mobile. Can't click links or anything on there.
Oh, roger that. I'm curious to see how that looks on mobile, actually.
It's pretty crappy, to be honest with you. close, Spencer.
You get another follower?
All right, good luck. New member in chat there.
In case anyone that's just joined might be wondering, I guess, what it is we're working on here. This is a scratch build track or NASCAR Racing 2003 simulation of the dirt track at Charlotte. Currently what I'm working on is the geometry for the track itself, and James is working on putting together a main grandstand object. I think right now he's in the process of mapping that particular object.
You can also check out the multi-Twitch link there that I just posted.
Yeah, you'll be able to see, depending on your resolution of your screen, you either see it side by side or top to bottom. But in any case, you would see both of us working at the same time on the same track.
Well, glad to have you.
Everybody's chatting on yours, but no one's on mine. I'm sure it's just a thing feature with the Twitch, multi-Twitch. When you said you opened the two separate pages there, James, are you saying just each individual one as opposed to the Twitch or the multi-Twitch?
Yeah, seems like it's more reliable on this end.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Spencer just posted that you can only chat in one room at a time, and so because my name is first in the list, it's defaulted onto my chat room.
Right, and that's what I figured, but like I was saying before, I can't see what's being posted in your tab. I can see what's posted in mine. I don't know if that's just a fault of that multi-Twitch or not.
Yeah, I believe it's a third party.
Right. I mean, it's not associated necessarily directly with Twitch. It's some type of code that somebody came up with. It's actually cool. I like it, but it's got some faults. We'll get through it.
I believe it's fairly recent too, so they're probably still working on building it.
Right. See, and I'm not even sure if my if I got any new followers. Nothing's showing up on my screen. I'm not sure. So if I have missed anybody, whatever, I apologize for that. And if I will thank you, I guess belatedly, for following us.
Spencer says, track and all looks great at the moment, guys. Love your previous work and the work you put into the current ones.
Sure, he's giving you kudos. Sounds like he's giving you kudos, I guess, for helping me out on some of those other tracks.
Alright, Spencer, so you just followed both of us. Appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Hope to have some more of these sessions like that, like this, in the near future.
Ah, there we go. There's a notification on mine.
I just seen that. I have no idea if mine's working or not. Like I said, I will gladly appreciate, I guess, any new followers we can get on these feeds. We would like to, gauge it somehow. I guess if there's interest in this, to have more of this stuff. We're obviously still learning this as we go, as far as the multi-twitch and whatever. Oh. Peter's barking at me here. Hold on. Oh, okay. That was the follow. Thank you very much. Forgot I put that sound clip in there.
An infinite loop there when you did that.
What?
Infinite video loop when you did that.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Surprised it even came up, I guess, on there. I don't even have the feed on the main machine here. Good to know that it works, though. Yeah, I really gotta fix that texture there. I don't like the way those edges came out. I think it'll look good once I clean that up, though.
Yeah, if the notification doesn't show up, I'll just say thanks for following as well.
Yeah, that's why I had mentioned if I missed any new followers that have followed the feed, I appreciate that. If I missed the notification or not. And I'll say once again, if there's any questions anybody's got as far as what's actually going on here, feel free to ask. That's what the chat's for. Monitoring those as we're doing this. So.
Yeah, the dirt track's looking pretty good.
Like the texture.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I still, like I said, I still gotta fix that edge. But yeah. And I'll probably end up redoing the walls too, because obviously the dirt that's splattered on the walls there is actually darker than what you don't want to get it to match. I guess what's against that. So I'll edit that. I think it'll work. I think I want the name of that. There it is. Okay. I think I have that layered actually. I'm pretty sure. Use my Eldora.
Oh yeah, thank you, Spencer. Says it looks very nice so far.
It's getting there. It's a slow process, but.
So what safer barrier track are you working on right now? I know you said you had a little bit done on Phoenix.
There's still quite a bit to be done with that one, but yeah, as far as I suppose more active SPP ones that I have going right now are between Darlington, the 60th anniversary. I want to get that one finished, and Phoenix, obviously. Phoenix right now, if anyone's familiar with what's trying to be accomplished there, is to apply the whole concept of 3D safer foam rather than just the flat texture, I guess, that has been used, I guess, for years in this simulation. So yeah, it's an undertaking.
Certainly ambitious.
Yeah. I could probably open that up here because I wouldn't say frustrated. I'm just getting a little antsy, I guess, about these textures that I'm coming up with for track. I just opened the wrong one. I'm editing all kinds of textures here, too.
Yeah, my desktop is a mess.
Not so much my desktop. I've got the different folders, I guess, for the working folders, so it keeps my desktop somewhat clean. Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like that guy on the commercial where his fingers fly off.
Yep. Yep. Dang it.
Spencer's asking what track type, in our opinion, do we think is the hardest to make? My opinion, there's really no difference as far as making it. Each one has its different quirks as far as AI and stuff like that goes. Obviously, the bigger the track is, the more stuff you have to edit. So.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that the bigger tracks, like the super speedways, those are a lot more involved because it has so much to it as far as track library and such. Short tracks, can tend to, you can overstep your bounds. Like with this one, the more picture references that we look at, it's just like, oh wow, you get that in there. And it's just, yeah, you can kind of, like I said, overstep your bounds and be like, you got to know when to say when, I suppose.
Definitely.
Just kind of weed it out as far as like, what's important, what's not important. Basically, what we're doing in this particular build is looking at the specifics. What would be pertinent, I guess, to having in there. Like, for instance, I think I know I've shown earlier about showing what's in the distance as far as the grandstands for the big track, the full track, I guess, in the distance and so on.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that here in just a second.
That grandstand's coming along nice, though.
Yeah, I noticed that I painted the entire sides of the unit, or the box there, as one texture, and I'm going to have to redo the side or the ends of it because the repeating pattern is slightly different than the front.
It doesn't line up, is what you're saying.
Yeah, basically it repeats too much on one of the sides, not the others.
Alright.
There's really no difference in as far as editing and objects and stuff like that as far as the dirt track versus asphalt or anything like that.
Right. That aspect is relatively the same. Main difference, I guess, between a dirt track and an asphalt concrete track, paved, to say, put that generically, is that you have different properties to the racing surface. Can't necessarily apply the same properties through a sandbox to a dirt track as you can there, because it's not gonna feel like a dirt track basically. And the properties that I can show that right now, that we have come to find, as far as track builders are concerned, that work the best is either grass and or dirt in combination, and I can show how that's applied to this track. Now let's see here. Okay, what I've just gone into now, here, this shows you the different properties that are applied. This green would be the racing surface, which is the property is grass. There's a different grip level as compared to, say, an asphalt or concrete property. Like I said, that has proven itself, I guess, to be one of the better choices to use as a dirt, to represent a dirt track better than anything. When you apply this, there is a dirt property as well, and that's basically what's in this infield. All this ugly looking yellow or brownish, that's a dirt property. And you can use that. I've seen it used on several different tracks. In my experience, I've come to find that using the grass is better. You can do it in combination with the dirt and the grass, I guess, to get a certain amount of grippiness, I guess, in the tires. You can apply like a dirt into a certain segment of the track to kind of allow it to dig a little bit and get that jump off the turn and so forth. This next view I'll show won't be much to it as of yet, but this next view shows what's defined as the racing surface. This gray area is considered to be the racing surface. That's for all cars, as far as timing and scoring goes, that's what's relegated as the racing surface. This in the apron here, that's apron, and all this is yet to be gone over yet. But this is all apron near pits. That hasn't been defined. The pits are going to be from this opening all the way around to the exit 4 up to this opening right here at the foot of the grandstands, main grandstands. Going back into the regular texture view. What I'm working on now is creating a different texture to put on the walls that I have in there currently to match the texture that I put on for the racing surface. What I'm trying to do is get this texture here that's at the edge of the racing surface, track texture, to match, I guess, what's on the wall, and vice versa. love being able to use old resources or older builds from other builds onto new builds.
What was that?
Is just saying that I like having resources, I guess, from previous track builds. A lot of this stuff that I'm borrowing from the Eldora build that I've done a while back, and being able to apply it to this one.
Oh yeah, that helps.
It helps a ton. Something I did not do a save yet, so I'm going to do that right now.
Save, save, save.
Yep. I'm just looking at that. I've gone more than an hour.
Yeah, Spencer, I've never gotten into painting cars other than my own too much. I kind of view it as a completely different skill set.
Oh, that's for sure. I mean, I think we both, James and I, have painted our fair share of our own cars, I suppose, but not necessarily submitted them to share in the community. Oh, you've come up with some pretty cool schemes on your personal rides. As have I.
Critical is asking what mod do you prefer racing on dirt? I personally don't race on dirt, so
It's funny you mention that because neither do I necessarily. I mean, I've only dabbled, I guess, in the dirt tracks only because being commissioned. That's the best way I can describe it. And doing these dirt tracks, so it's by nature, whatever. As a track builder, you want to test your tracks out. So, in my experience, the best mod that I have felt is the best, I guess, for that is the one done by Bullring. There, they call it the crates on boxes or boxes on crates or whatever it is.
I guess he was asking what physics.
Yeah, and I think that mod at its base, everything comes in the GNS physics, but I've come to a lot of. I know the cup physics doesn't necessarily, it doesn't fit the dirt racing all that well. I think the two best ones are between the CTS and GNS. Probably the CTS if I had to choose between the two. GNS is not bad. I don't discount that at all, but I think the CTS has produced the best racing on dirt tracks. Yeah, and just like you mentioned there with the the Bullring mods that they have there, those are.
Yeah, I think I've messed around with it on some of my fictional tracks. Saying that the cup physics don't always work best.
Did I lose you? I'm sorry.
No, I'm still here.
I was asking what you thought about that wall texture.
Zoom in just a little bit. I can't see. Trying to think. You know what that reminds me of? Those colors, at least from where I'm viewing it, it reminds me of the old Outlaw logo.
The what?
The old Outlaw logo.
Which one's that? You mean the World of Outlaws, or which one you referred to?
Hang on a second.
Well, all I was trying to do is get the wall texture, the dirt on the wall texture, I guess, to match the track texture, so it looks like it's similar. Here's the backside. Oops, I need to lower that. Yeah, the grandstand there from the big track that I just noticed. Do that right now.
Yeah, leave those coordinates up there. I'll copy that on mine.
For the big track?
Yeah, or just send it to me.
I'm just lowering the Z is all. But I'll, yeah. Give you a clue.
Yeah, there's the logos. I was talking about the Outlaw.
Really? That's what it reminds you?
Yeah, just all those oranges and reds next to each other.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's that fuel additive deal, isn't it?
Yeah, I was trying to think. It was on Dale Jr.'s car at one point.
That was like back in the day, wasn't it?
Yeah, mid 2000s, I think, somewhere.
Oh, okay. Let's try to figure out what the heck. Okay, where's the. Keep forgetting that's you've got that that back for that main that stand. I'm like selecting the original grandstand object that you use to mold that or make that piece.
Yeah, really, I don't think it needs to be kept, to be honest with you.
No, I'll leave them in there for now, but eventually we'll have to take those out.
Critical said, "How much R Factor have we played?" I get into it a little bit. I've tried making a few tracks for it, trying to learn it. It's a completely different process.
Oh, that's for sure. I got completely lost in there.
If you think about it, it's probably actually easier because you're going directly from Max to the file versus going through converters and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know.
I thought you still had to make, like, well, I guess you don't have to mass it. You don't necessarily have to. I assume you can just put those loose in there like you can in NR 2003.
As far as R Factor itself, driving, it doesn't feel right. I don't know why.
I can say the experience I've had with R Factor on the dirt tracks, that's a much more real feel than it is in NR 2003. That's something that's apples to oranges when it comes to dirt racing and R Factor. Got a much real feel.
So, what height values did you get?
So far, on the one there, I used a -3 on the Z. That seems to look pretty good. I'm just double checking it. I think you can go lower, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna take it lower. That's 5.
Definitely agree with you on that. NR 2003 is better for asphalt racing.
Right. I don't know why these guys that, some of these guys in the community and these online leagues that they tend to privy, I guess, the dirt racing in NR 2003, I guess, over R Factor, but they do.
Welcome back to PIR.
You done with this race already?
So, first race, first of 2.
Blazing pedals. Yeah, what it's looking like, James, I think on those 2 pieces there for that bigger grandstand, the backs, looks like a -5 on the Z. Looks pretty good.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I guess the only thing that takes away from it's got that, I don't know how to describe it, on that one end of the, it kind of rides up on the one edge there, it's tapered, so.
Yeah, I was following the geometry. I'm going to flatten that out.
Oh, okay. As long as, I guess if you're going to flatten it out, then I guess I'll just, we'll just leave it at the -5 and then we can touch base on that at a later time.
That is a trippy track, isn't it? That Digital Armory.
Oh yeah, I have raced on that one with the AI. Yeah, that's crazy. 5 wide in the turns, like whoa. Hold on. Yeah, I gave some kudos to the Mystical creator of that track. Yeah, it was.
And say welcome to anybody that's just joining us.
Yeah. Do a chat check, I guess. Well, might become trending. A chat check. We'll just anybody who's come back with us on the feed. Still working on Dirt Track in Charlotte. This is a scratch build right from the ground up. Myself, I'm feed for the SPP, playing in the sandbox, working on the geometry, particularly with the track, and James has been working on the main grandstand, getting it mapped, modeled, and such. Show the progress of that. That's been spectacular so far. Yeah, I'm really beginning to understand now what you meant about the way that infield, especially that apron there, how it like swings way out there, I guess, on bottom of turn one.
Yeah, I think that needs to be cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think we intended to do that. It needs to be, because it's like totally exaggerated there. I'm gonna fix that.
Unfortunately, I can't really discuss that on here, obviously, where to get NASCAR 2003. You can find it on eBay. Amazon sometimes still has it as far as purchasing it. Obviously, there's no CD patches, but I can't really discuss that here.
Yeah, there are a lot of the, I shouldn't say a lot, I know a lot of myself, a lot of the leagues that are out there, they offer it as a download if you join their league. Those guys are pretty useful, I guess, in being able to supply something because they want more drivers. So, but yeah, that's usually kept within the league circle.
I'm having a terrible time trying to figure out how to grab the face of the bottom of this thing that's inside of a box.
Oh, as far as the texture, you mean?
Yeah.
Do you have that press box as a separate element?
No.
Yeah, see, that's what. Normally, I would have it. This would be my approach. I would have that as a separate object, so I can turn off, say, the grandstands, so that you can see underneath it. I mean, you could maybe you could still separate it. I mean, you could save it as a separate 3DS.
Is there a way to deselect faces after you drag select a bunch of them?
Just a left click, you mean? Outside of it?
Well, what I want to do is drag select it in a group and then deselect all the ones I don't want.
Oh, what I usually do is just do left control and then just click on those individual faces.
Well, that's to add to the selection. I want to subtract from the selection.
Do the same thing for subtracting from it too. So like if you have faces you want to keep that are already highlighted, just left control and then mouse pointer, left click.
Yeah, it's not working.
Really? What selection tool? Do you have a selection? Do you have a? Can't tell what you got selected there.
That's under unwrap face.
Okay. You want to use a different tool, selection tool. That one with the arrow at the top menu. I think it's right next to the one you're using right now.
You lost me.
Your selection tool that's up in the top bar, Max. Let me see.
That's select by name.
Let me open up. Oh shoot, I still got the motor grader open. By the way, yeah, we got to talking about that. There are 1,504 polys in that motor grader.
Okay.
I still had that open from earlier. But what I was talking about is at the top here for your selection tool. I think you've got a different tool. You're obviously in 14. I'm in Max 5 right now.
Yeah, that's the same one I've got selected.
Okay, well, let me show you an example, I guess, of what I'm saying. Like if you do a drag select, so right now I got that tool highlighted. I've got it on polygon in my rollout. And then I'm going to do a drag select. Okay, I got all 1,504 faces. Now I'm going to do a left control. And then a left click. And then you can deselect.
Yeah, it doesn't work in faces, so let me try it in polygons.
Really? Let me try faces. I've done it in both ways. Faces, do drag select. I got that pointer tool. Got them all selected.
Yeah, it doesn't work in polygons either.
I wonder if that's just a deal with 13. 5, I can do that no problem. Throw a skin on this motor grader. You can see that. This is going to go in this track eventually.
Nice.
I showed you the picture earlier, but I don't think our viewers have seen it, so I'm enlighten them a little bit.
Well, I'll just delete a polygon, map it, and then put the polygon back.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know why you can't deselect it. See now I done it right.
Yeah.
Crazy, you can't do that. Okay, where am I at?
Alright, critical. I'll check that in just a second.
What's he giving you?
Send me a message.
Nice. Well, here's a picture of the model I created a motor grader for pretty much all dirt tracks, but this will eventually get implemented into the dirt track of Charlotte. Here's a render of it. And back to the track. Oh yeah, I was fixing the apron, that's right. Found the next section that's not even connected. How about that?
That's probably me.
No, I'm sure it wasn't. I think that was it was that way before I even sent it to you. Trying out some different stuff, back and forth between Matt and I was wondering why it had a left-right property to it as opposed to mode absolute. Dang, that's still too wide. That's a little better. Right, going a little bit more.
What does SBP stand for? It's Safer Barrier Project.
Yeah, so he's asked me on that too. Chat. Yeah, that's a Safer Barrier Project. As James so kindly mentioned. The funny thing is, like we were talking about earlier, as far as that's what the intent of Safer Barrier Project was back in '04, was to simply add the Safer Barrier, because that's about the same time that Safer Barrier was being implemented on all the different NASCAR tracks. So the intent initially for the project was to add the Safer Barrier to the default PAPI tracks, and since then it's become just out of control, to say the least. Kicking it up a notch, if you will. Hopefully that answers your question. I'm gonna start defining this pit road here, James, because that's bugging me now.
I think you're the best man for the job there.
You just know how I love curved pits, you know?
You couldn't have figured out how to put a straight pit in there? I feel for you.
No, I could just put it like outside of the backstretch and just make a dual lane. Something, I don't know. I absolutely despise doing curved pits. I'm gonna save this one again before I go on. In this version here, we had mentioned you'd move that that outermost section way out there, I guess. Is that correct?
Yes.
So I shouldn't have to worry about that.
Just in case anybody is wondering why there's pink all over that grandstand, that's the transparent color. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. That's in the community, but just in case you don't.
All right. It's obviously outside of the game and/or sandbox itself. Once it gets into the sandbox and enter the game, that will show transparent. I think the proper term for that is not pink, it's magenta.
It looks pink to me. I completely missed that Spencer was leaving about 15 minutes ago. Completely missed that.
Oh. Daggum, he said he'd be back though, looks like.
I went and deleted that front face there, and I still can't see the underneath side.
Doggone it. And like I said, possibly what I would do is try to make those two separate objects and save them as two separate 3DSs. That way you can load one and then merge it once you get it textured. I see you got the side supports on that thing anyway.
Yeah, still or two.
Getting there. want to leave enough room in this pit road area, I guess, to put the motor grader and all that stuff too, not simply just for cars pitting and whatnot. I'm not really sure what would be best to put the stalls, I guess, up against the wall, or should I put them at the outermost portion of that F section, like, away from the wall?
What was that?
I was just trying to think of how to orient these pit stall locations, because if I do it one way, I'd have to have right-sided war wagons, and the other one would just be the traditional left-handed ones. If I do the left-handed ones, that would be more or less semi up against the outside retaining wall. Follow me?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Probably having it on the right side would make it easier to use.
That's what I was thinking, because as you come in there, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Typically aren't going to make too many pit stops anyways on that kind of track, but
No. In the event that you would have to want to make them functional.
you got to assume if you're making a pit stop on a dirt track, you're probably damaged and having trouble turning the car anyways.
That's true. So true. And again, in case anybody may or may not know, this view that I'm in right now in Sandbox, it tells me what area that I'm in. It is dark blue here. I'm defining as pit road. So then, when you cross that line, you're on pit road. You're not being floored as on the raised surface. It's important. This bright yellow, I guess next to the blue, defines it as apron near pits. That's basically your cue for your spotter to say, yep, you're on pit road, speed limits, whatever. I believe on this one will probably be something 30, 35.
Welcome back, Spencer. Sorry we missed you there earlier.
I came back. Good deal. Yeah, I'm gonna have to add another F section, I guess, to define the pit stalls. And I think I am gonna go with the right side oriented. I don't think I want a wall there. That would make it interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Put a wall section there, I guess, is defined as your pit stall. I'd be like, I can't get in my pit stall. Make it invisible, too.
I cannot figure out how to get to the bottom face of this box. It's driving me crazy.
Don't let it beat you up. Okay, I think that's somewhat crude layout, I guess, for now. Sure, maybe I should probably ask how many of the viewers out there actually watch the multi-Twitch as opposed to the individual feeds, or is it a combination of both?
By chance, do you know how to reset the viewport?
Zoom, you mean? Or what?
Yeah, I've completely lost the object in my main viewport window. I guess I need to reset the max.
Normally what I would do, down the bottom right hand corner, you have zoom extents or zoom extents all. So depending on if you're in the perspective or whatever view you want to reset, you can do the zoom extents or the zoom extents all.
There you go, thanks.
Yep. I get into that a lot of times too. You just get a little mouse happy and yep. Just gotta put a dirt texture on that part. It's that ugly looking white, no texture.
Ha, got it.
Finally.
Okay, no wonder I couldn't select it. There were about 6 faces underneath. I thought there were just 2.
On the other side?
Yeah.
Ah. So there's less than what you figured.
No, there were a lot more. That's why I kept clicking on it.
Oh.
telling you, Max hates me right now. It's doing this weird thing where it won't let me rescale.
Like the uniform scale thing?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Do we have a decent picture going through all these picture references of the flag stand? Sites we need to look for.
Sorta.
One thing you do, and I'll say it, said it before and I'll say it again. When it comes to sandbox, save, save, save.
Didn't get you, did it?
But it kind of freaked me out there. I was looking at the time and how much longest session I had there. I was over an hour. It didn't crash, thank God.
Yep.
Usually 1 hour is the threshold. And it's not a real good picture, but it gives you an idea. It's definitely way over the top of the fence.
Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of boxy though, isn't it? It's not rounded, right?
I really can't tell.
Yeah, that's what I was... Looks boxy to me. It's not rounded. So we can see what I got. My resources. No door I can't use. What else do I have?
Sometimes I hate life. I forgot to copy the Y coordinate off this part that I just detached, and it's not 0.
You detached and moved it and forgot the coordinates.
Yep.
Heck of it.
The good thing is it kept the mapping when I collapsed it, so there's a plus.
Yep. I just looked at your feed. I was like, what did you end up doing with that middle section of that?
Detaching it as a separate object and then moving it and then selecting the right faces and then mapping it and then I just got done moving it back.
Oops. Yeah, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, it looks like you're getting it though. Going through all these, you know, I got a wide range of different starter stands, but there's one that works, and I think it's the Irwindale that you had worked on, but I'm not sure. Get back on it. Yeah, that one's rounded though, so that's not. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some looking around for a starter stand. I'll put that on my to-do list.
Spencer, looks like I'm still online. Everything's fine on this end.
Did he get with you in chat or?
It's on your chat actually.
Oh, no. You should still be on. Try refreshing page. I don't know if you're on the multi-twitch or the individual feed.
Yeah, I'm showing 0 drop frames here, so everything looks like it's good.
Where does it show you that anyway, James? Is that in Twitch itself?
No, it's on XSplit on the very top, towards the middle right.
Yep, mine is 0. It's good. It's good. I like that. Curious to see how big this. I've got this saved into the hard drive. Got plenty of space. I'm not worried about that. But... Okay, what else can you do?
That's strange. Sorry about that.
Can you get your feed?
He said the multi-twitch shut me off for a couple minutes. Came back right before he hit the refresh button, so that's weird.
Yeah, Twitch is not a, you know, it's not a, not perfect, let's put it that way.
I know we talked about YouTube before. The only thing I don't like about YouTube is the comments. It seems like they're significantly delayed, and then they'll pop up like 100 comments at a 25-second interval, and then you have to sort through all the comments and reply to them all.
Yeah, it's a little bit more instantaneous. That's what I'm noticing too on the Twitch. And there's a delay, but I wonder if I got a picture reference, I guess, to the caution lights. I don't think it's got the more modern way lane track condition lights. I don't think. Let's see my pictures. No, they don't. It's more like a traffic light type of thing, and it's only like a 3-tier vertical, looks like. 2 yellow lights and probably a green light.
Spencer, are you talking about the view count problem on YouTube, or are you talking about it on Twitch?
I might resize or rescale these vertical lights I did for another build. Light here, because this is a 3-tier vertical. I can tell if it's got the shields on it or not. Kind of almost looks like it does. Oh, I just got a better picture of the starter stand.
Yeah, blow that thing up so I can see it.
Smaller pic, but yeah. Should be able to see it now.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, see, I came across that, don't know if it was yours or not. It's an Irwindale Dirt. It has one in there that's similar to that, but for some reason it doesn't have texture in it. If I open up in 3D Cinema, it's missing the texture.
Probably gonna get off here pretty soon. My eyes are getting pretty strained.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing. I got some things to go over with the starter stand and the caution lights. I found a caution light that I've built previously. I think I can implement, and then the starter stand. If I can find this missing texture. So there's some things that I guess we got to clear up, I guess, so we can move on to another stream if possible. Be able to get that mapped in.
I think I'm going to finish this skirt around the bottom for the supports, and then I'll probably call it a night.
Looking good so far. Yeah, I think once you up what you're doing there, I'll do the same. Got some homework to do.
Yeah.
Get some stuff prepared, I guess, for another session. We can apply some stuff. Okay. Thanks for that, critical. I wasn't sure. I don't have a face-on view, I guess, with the caution lights there. I can obviously tell it's a 3-tier vertical. I'll figure something out. Yeah, I think that caution light I got there, I can modify that one. I think that'll work. I think I need to resize it just a little bit. I think it might be a little big. That's the beauty of having it in the 3DS though. That looks cool. Did you put on the like the air conditioning units on the top there? What is that?
They're just painted.
Right, but I mean you applied that. I missed that part. as he's finishing that up, I guess for viewers we still got there, give you a fly around, I guess, of the track that's done. That's the progress of the track so far. Obviously, you can see the changes and updates that James has done to the main grandstand so far as compared to what I've got. That will eventually get put into this track that I'm showing here. And then out in the distance there, you can see there's two objects he's also created. That's outside of turn 3 and 4. Eventually, there will be billboards out in that direction as well. Still need to build and or apply some type of infield in here to cover the black hole in the center. This would be...
Alright, Critical, we'll catch you later.
Yes, thanks for stopping by again. Hope we see you again. Coming out of 2. Backstretch. Entrance to pit road. Turn 3. Coming out of 4. Pit exit. And eventually there will be... I'm gonna fix the fence texture there, I just noticed. There will be a starter stand here. Right about this area there where there's a miscued fence texture. That I will fix before I close this out. You've already called it quits there, James?
I think I'm going to get the progress into the track and then I'll be good to go.
Right on. Okay, you hadn't gotten mapped at the other end of the stands, right?
Yeah, I have. My eyes are so tired I can't make out what I'm doing here.
Yeah. You just picked the wrong object. I thought I'd seen you do it. Fix that. Anyway, I think I'm going to close my feed out, and as James gets that sorted out there, hopefully any and all that are still watching out there, join us again. The next time we'll let everybody know when we'll be live streaming again, and hope to see some of you again.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for tuning in.
It's off right now.
Just about finished.
Oh, take your time. Just watching you now.
Son of a gun. The centering got thrown off there. Anyways, there's the object. I have to fix it. Hold on.
Right on. That looks better.
Alright, I think I'll call it down there.
Yeah, so you use the linear guide.
Yeah, to place the object.
Now that object is still named the same, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just be able to plop it into this one I got here.
Alright guys, I believe we're done for the evening. We'll get together on a schedule here for some point this week, and we'll definitely announce when we're going live. So again, we appreciate all the follows and appreciate you joining us. Have a good night.